Okay, let's see. Are we live? Okay, checking it out. All right.
Can you kill something that big?
Hold on.
Yep, we're live.
To a realm beyond your own.
Huh?
More than that. The responsibility is
There we
far
go.
greater.
Hello, America, and the world.
Oh, I think there's an ad playing.
I'm hearing something.
Pre-order and get 3 shield skins for
Sounds
AD.
like the game. I don't know.
No, I think that was an ad.
Okay. Yes, it's an ad. All right. All right. The stream looks okay. It doesn't seem to be having those problems.
Okay. Cool.
My voice is probably out of sync, but that's okay.
Yeah, I think that'll be all right.
All right. So here we are. We are Paul and Alex. We are playing some games that are like Persona, but not. We're on the Mega 10 Marathon podcast that we do. It's about the Shin Megami Tensei games.
Indeed. And we thought it'd be a good time to kind of take a look at some games that have taken a lot of inspiration from Persona, but don't really match up to Persona's level of quality.
Yep. So we're going to be starting out with Conception 2, Children of the Seven Stars, which is a game about stars and children.
Yeah. And basically about it's about a lot of things. It's about lots of bad sex jokes. And
Tasteful, I'm sure.
What's that?
I'm sure they're tasteful.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and there's basically how you build your party, sort of like how you would build your personas out. You do it by having sex with different female relationships.
They're lovely.
Yeah, and then your babies, which are born like basically immediately, become your party.
It would be kind of a cool mechanic if it weren't creepy as fuck.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, let's just kind of get into a new game here. Sure, Wake is okay.
What does that mean?
It means that's the name of our Studley character.
Oh. So the choice to name your character, they narrowed that down to 2?
No, you can choose your own name, but they also have like just randomized names.
Ah.
So let's see.
All right. Yes. Let us see.
What's that? Oh, it's a monster.
Mm-hmm.
What should we do? It's coming towards us. We'll have to fight it.
I see. And so this is in media res, huh?
Yeah.
Monster, but we have to fight it. I guess, JRPGs.text.
Yes. Plots is not really doing the job here.
Oh, I was expecting it to launch into a battle tutorial there.
Oh, no. That's
Because if you're going to start the game like this, this is really dumb.
I warned you.
I hate this. It's like watching a child play with like dolls.
All right, and here's your Studley character to the rescue.
Oh, okay. You can tell he's different because he has gray hair that goes down instead of red hair that goes up.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with those stupid tiny neckties?
I don't know. All right. How many minutes are we in here? We already got a upskirt joke.
Oh, gee. That's less surprising than those neckties. I could be okay. They're doing a military uniform type thing. I guess it's kind of like, what if we had, fantasy Japanese school uniforms, but with dumb little neckties? Because as I understand it, a lot of anime character design does revolve around designing different kinds of school uniforms.
Yeah, that's my impression too.
Which is cool. It's a like that level of costume design is a level of expression we don't often get in non-anime. So
I generally prefer it. It's a lot better than Space Marines.
Yeah, well, of course, yeah. Most things are better than that.
Let's see. So we get to answer a question here. Are you okay? Here, I'll lend you a hand. Or who cares about underwear?
Let's do not the underwear one, I think. Because there's a limit.
All right. Let's lend you a hand.
Yeah, just...
I mean, you've got to...
Don't be the person that the game is giving you the opportunity to be.
Though, really, like, what makes it as, kind of gross and dumb as possible is how much it wants you to be the pervert. I'm Klotz. Yeah.
Magic Island.
So, I watched the truly awful X-Files season finale earlier today, and there's of course plenty of expositional dialogue or expository dialogue, and it didn't make much more sense than this. So
well, I mean, I've seen most of the X-Files at least twice, and I still don't understand anything that happens after the beginning of season 5.
Yep. That's about it. That's about right.
Because they keep changing what the conspiracy is and what the aliens are, and
it turned into a big old mess.
I mean, you could have done a cool thing where you turned it into this kind of meditation on the concept of conspiracy theories and how they are contradictory and seem to just lead into each other infinitely. But
yeah, there was a pretty decent episode this season where they did that, but in kind of a heavy-handed way. It was all about basically the Mandela effect and and like the onset of fake news and how it kind of like made the whole concept of the show totally, you know, kind of moot.
Yeah.
But we are supposed to be talking about video games.
Right. Okay. So there's the church with a capital C, and then Disciple Star Energy. That'll also give you an idea of how behind I am because I'm just watching the stream. Oh god.
All right.
Yeah, I would be less harsh on this if I was just playing it to play a game, for sure.
You know
I played at least 2 Tales of games all the way to the end.
Oh yeah, me too.
And that's all like, oh, we have this kind of magic word that is controlled by this magic organization, and then you use the magic system to do the thing, and children have been given special powers and must fight our wars.
Yeah, and I mean, I like the fact that I can run around and button mash in the battles and feel like I'm actually doing something.
Yeah, it's a fun series when the games are fun.
Yeah.
When the games aren't fun, it's not a fun series.
Alright, so now we're going to go to church.
Capital C Church. Ooh, is this going to have an evil Pope villain?
Possibly.
Okay. No, that guy's design isn't... There's not enough thought put into that for him to be the main villain. I peg him as old guy who gets killed. Is High Priest someone important?
The Ritual Hall.
It's just that level of, contempt for the audience, that they feel the need to tell you that the High Priest is important.
Yeah.
You're the King President? I wonder if you're an important person here.
You are all disciples, guided here by the hand of a star god.
Star god, okay, I'm down with star gods.
And this is a line that's never been a cliche in a video game before, which is that the people in this area, this world, this town, have been living in fear of monsters.
Oh, monsters, you say? Well, at least they admit that there is no need to explain.
Yeah. I think I'm going to be a smartass. I guess it's my duty now.
Mm-hmm. I guess. Yeah. I mean, it is your duty to fight the monsters. You have a star brand. Which, if anyone watching doesn't know, is like being the chosen one, but there are more of them, I think.
Yeah.
And I think our main character is going to have some kind of special star brand, though, that makes him the best child of the star god.
I think that's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah. Otherwise, why can he have time travel babies? That would have been a better name for this game. Time travel babies.
Alright, start on blah 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 blah.
Jesus.
How much exposition do you need?
I mean, you've explained, like... Oh, it's like Persona 5 all over again.
I know. What's really funny is this was released by Atlas. But it was developed by Spike Chunsoft, which is not, the best development house out there.
They've been around for a long time. I don't think I've ever liked one of their games, but maybe I'm just forgetting. But I know they've been around since like the olden times.
They have
Since
been.
before, since monsters, they've been around since at least monsters started terrorizing the land.
Let's see.
Oh, what do you know? Apparently, Conception 1 was the very first game that, after the Spike-Chunsoft merger, that they made. Oh, wait, but they only published number 1. Who developed that? Oh, Spike developed it.
Yeah.
But it was the first one published by Spike-Chunsoft.
Yeah, and then for some reason Atlas published this one. So.
And then, it looks like since then, at least 50% of their games have been Danganronpa spin-offs.
Oh, well. Okay, so. Alright, here we are. Here's some more perversion. We have some truly well-developed female disciples this year.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, the character designs are nice and crisp, good solid lines.
Yes.
Good solid lines. You can really see where their bodies end and start.
Let's see. I just want to get... Let's get some
Did
movement
you hit the
here.
fast forward button? No, don't. It's okay, I understand now. It's okay, I understand now.
Okay, so now it's time for us to go for examinations. Sound familiar?
Hmm. It's bold to make you take the test before anything has happened, except for, like, 2 things have been explained. Is the game gonna test you on paying attention to that exposition? No, you can't play the game until you know what the star brand is. You don't deserve it. Oh, that's weird. Spike Chunsoft has also localized a bunch of Western indie games for Japan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did The Witcher 3, Hotline Miami, Wasteland 2, Crypt of the Necro Dancer. I had no idea those games had Japanese localizations.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. Alright. Good stars. That was one smoking hot tomato. Great.
Tomato. What? Ah, yes, the lovely accent. It's times like this I wish they had voice acting. Wait, does this have voice acting that we just are muting? Does he actually say hot tomato?
There's some voice acting, but most of it in these scenes are, it's kind of like the same 3 lines repeated over and over. It's like, oh, that's great!
Ah, yes, the 1992 school of voice acting.
Yeah.
Yes. Disciples.
Well,
Yes.
I just want to actually, get to some gameplay.
Yeah, you can just fast forward. I don't have any questions. I mean, maybe we're not giving the game a fair shake. Maybe if we'd asked these questions, they would really, flesh out the world, and we would...
Oh, they didn't even ask questions. They were just like, they didn't even give you an exam. They were just like, here are your results.
Oh. Great. I don't... No, it's not. Nothing's great. Oh, your ether count. Hmm. It's good that they've established what an S rank is. Well, no, they did give us a chance to ask what the ranks were. But they really should have known better, because who wants to know what the ranks are? So does this game have any gameplay, or is it just a visual novel?
No, it does. I swear to God, it does.
You sure that just wasn't the first one?
No, I haven't played the first one. I haven't played much of this one either. But alright. Looks like we might actually have some gameplay now.
Alright, let's find out. Oh, it's a simulated labyrinth from the dusk circles. Oh, is S rank this game's code for waifu?
I think it might be. That's these incredibly difficult dungeons, as you can see.
You know, the dungeon tiles are actually kind of nice. It's colorful. I like that. Little Kingdom Heartsy, but I'll take it. Better than, like, just drab, endless stone corridors. Not this, though. This is ugly. That floor looks terrible.
Alright. So, one thing that actually is cool about this game is that you can choose kind of your positioning for attack.
Oh, that is. I always like it when games let you do that. Not a fan of that starburst effect. And what is the monster? Is it just like a dumb orc thing?
Yeah, I think so. Alright. Where is he looking?
Yep.
What a time to be alive.
So exciting. Yep. Well, it's the first battle in an RPG. It would be silly if it were exciting.
I'm going with the stick then.
Star, damn it.
Wait, is he the chosen one?
His ether count, it's off the charts. Oh, Jesus Christ, I actually did that. I didn't. Oh, I was joking, and then it happened.
It's the thing that like, ether is a big thing in JRPGs. And it's like, I don't know what the hell, where that came from, but...
Well, I mean, like, there's the idea that there's the element of empty space, but I don't know how it got associated with magic power in JRPGs.
He's a god's gift.
Oh, he's a AAA rank. Yeah, oh, he is the chosen one. Yeah. The great use of as you know there. As you know, ether density is very low within dusk circles. Yeah, of course. Now, have they explained dusk circles? Were we listening?
Well, basically, the world is falling into these holes where monsters are kind of coming out of.
Oh, like in other games.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'm cool with the world falling into holes. Monsters. That's good.
Would be a nightmare for those people who are the people who are scared of holes, have that condition. You truly are a gift from God. I'm the first one, then.
Yep, gift from... Wait a minute. They're talking about God, but earlier one of the guys said star, damn it.
Yeah. So we should probably mention what this is what we're streaming for.
Oh yeah, of course. If anyone just tuned in now, we are streaming for Trans Lifeline, which is, I believe, a helpline for trans people.
Yeah, for any trans people in crisis. Seems like they're really accessible to any people from from being teens to people in their middle age who are experiencing crisis, and that's really a great resource. So we are glad to be supporting it.
Yes, indeed. Super glad. Not to be affiliated with the organization GLAD.
No.
Who are fine, I think, but not related.
But yeah, if you are enjoying the stream, if it sounds like something you want to support, definitely. We are trying to beat the donations of another kind of like trans stream that a number of the people did last year. So there should be information on how to donate.
Below the video, or go to goingcharitable.com.
Yes.
Did anything happen in the game while we did that?
No.
Battle mode. Transform in a fight. rank discrimination.
Classmating. I think classmating is the the doing it.
That's great. Well, I mean, at least it's a pun, right?
What's that?
At least it's a pun. They're classmates and you're mating with them. It's a pun. It's very funny. Right?
Very, very funny.
If anyone is really into this game, there was a PC and PS4 port released. And you could buy it. We're playing the 3DS version.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Something I can do? I can look up the plot of the first game and fill everyone in on it. So we all know what happened. The Wikipedia page is keen to point out that the game is not an erotic game. That's the second paragraph of the gameplay description. It's not a porn game. It was on the PSP. Okay, it doesn't look like this has a plot. Okay, no, here we go. On his high school graduation day, Itsuki's cousin, Mayuru, tells him that she's pregnant. Just then, a gate of light emerges and transports them into the world of Grandvania. In this land, impurities have been causing a disturbance to the stars, ultimately plunging Grandvania into chaos and disorder. And Itsuki, now revealed to be the one who is fated to meet the Star Maiden, is their last hope and has to make star children to combat the impurities, and he needs to do this to go back home to Japan.
All right.
So this has a better plot than that, I'm going to say. Because at least he's not just like from regular Japan and wants to go back home. Unless he is. Actually, we really don't know anything about him yet, do we?
No, we don't know anything about, but we do know that the preachers are basically sort of forcing the female character here into quote unquote classmating.
This is making me uncomfortable. No, this is really wrong.
Yeah.
No, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, Star Wound, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Okay, at least they respected her choice a little bit.
Do we want to know about Star Conception?
You know what? We probably do. This I'm curious about. Like, this is way more... I mean, ranks are just boring. This, you know... Wait, so the... Classmation... That's the noun for there? Okay. Uh-huh. Did I say that this game was available on PC and you could buy it if you wanted to? I made that up. find out about Star Children. I want to know what they are. I want to see how they explain. Okay, well, we skipped it. That's
Yeah,
fine.
sorry about that.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Um,
We can infer it.
yeah, so you can play this on your 3DS while you're on public transit and on a
Yes,
plane.
and the old lady sitting next to you on the bus will see all about the star womb.
Okay, so he's gonna watch.
God.
All right.
Okay, so these are the mechanics. Good. Let's just pay attention to the mechanics. And you use them.
I can feel your love.
What was that? Something can feel my love.
Oh, somebody donated $10.
Oh, that's a donation noise. Oh, neat. That's cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
This.
So you use Matryoshkas to have star sex.
Yeah.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Great, the Sailor Moon naked. Like, glowing thing. Wow, that's really very Sailor Moon. But with holding hands while you're glowing. Starboy Allen. That's a video game. That's funny. It's an old video game, I believe. Starboy Allen. Look it up if you don't believe.
Why can I not?
Wait, maybe Starboy Allen isn't a video game and I made that up. Okay, whatever. Now I'm confused.
It's because I don't know what the different buttons do.
Okay. Spike, like the video game studio that helped make it. Make it being the game. No, I guess I just totally made up Starboy Allen. That's weird. How did that phrase get in my head?
Alright. Your baby is going to come out of a Matryoshka doll for some reason.
Yeah, okay, that's cool, that's fine. That's kind of like, how they... What? And it's like one of them the gachapon machines where they come out of like a little thing with a little prize thing attached to them.
Congratulations, our new arrival.
Oh, so they're like personas, but they're randomly generated instead of based on mythological figures. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, that makes me never want to play this. That and the awful. I get mostly the awful. But, like, if you're not going to give me, I need that little bit of, like, structured design.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing I like about Persona. Sure, they all may just be, like, stat upgrades and whatnot, but they're different. And they have different names and sprites, even the ones that are just recolors of the other ones. And you can press the R2 button to get background on their mythological significance.
Everybody's watching the class meeting.
So weird.
So I'm embarrassed to say how far. I mean, I didn't get incredibly far in the game, but yeah, probably maybe I don't know, 8 or 10 hours. I found it. I find it a little disappointing or embarrassing to admit that. It sounds right now like this is going to be your waifu, whatever, and you're going to continue classmating. But the goal as the game goes on is to start classmating with just about every woman that you meet.
Yeah, I kind of assumed it would do that, because they... I mean, once you've gone, like... frankly, I would be more surprised if it was a game about having sex with one woman.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be weird? Like, no, you two are a couple. Your star children will save the world, and you should not screw around behind her back. And you get monogamy points. But, like, if the game actually had that, and, like, you could do a build where you just devoted yourself entirely to one partner, and you had weird advantages and disadvantages with your... it would be cool. From a gameplay systems thing. I like where you can do weird challenge runs and stuff like that. I don't like the premise. Or the way the game makes me feel. But, you know, if it had, like... if you could do cool strategic stuff like that, I'd be into it. It would be the kind of game I would play and then never tell anyone about.
Yeah. I mean, not surprising seeing that I co-host with you and Lisa, a podcast about the Shin Megami Tensei games. Basically, if I don't have a JRPG going at all times, I sort of lose my mind. It's a defect of character, so I'll put up with a lot of bullshit.
Pandora Labyrinth. Just smush some Greek myths together. Sorry, I don't mean to be overly critical. The game smashing two Greek myths together is fun. It's fun.
Hmm. Oh, yeah, remember when we were attacked by monsters?
Hmm. Oh. We haven't received any reports of monsters yet. Everyone lives in fear of them. Monster nests. So many vocab words in this game.
Do we have any questions?
Me, or are you talking to anyone?
I guess you, but if there's anybody in the chat who has any questions.
No, I don't care about any of those things. No. And I mean, usually I will ask a couple of questions in a game. Magic barrier. This is really bad world building. Like, what the hell is their technology level?
I sort of like the monster designs, I have to say.
I don't hate those. Those are, like, honestly, the character designs are fine, too. I mean, they're not, like, great, but I think they work. And I haven't seen anyone with really, really ridiculous breasts yet. Just normal anime ridiculous so far. I think. I honestly haven't been paying attention to people's boobs. Mark on your hand, superpower. Not as cool as shooting yourself in the head in Persona 3.
Nope.
But that was really cool. So it's kind of unfair to compare. What's a better thing to compare it to? Okay, I don't like that costume. It's weirdly feminine. In a way, I'm actually a little into, now that I'm looking at it. Ah, yeah. So, do we get this with all of the characters before every battle sequence?
I don't think so, but...
Just whenever you run into a random encounter. Oh, she gets cats. Or, let's be fair, head triangles. She gets head triangles. Uncomfortable again. Big boots with the gun. Funny looking gun. So she's some kind of gun cat. Sorry, gun triangle head lady. You know, I still actually might like these better than the Persona 5 costumes. Except for Joker's. That one was good. And Makoto's. That was also good.
Yeah.
And what's his name with the Fox Clown thing? He was fine too. Mostly just Skullboy and Dominatrix Girl.
Yeah, I could have done without Skullboy.
Yeah, it just looked dumb.
Alright, so now we've got our kids.
Oh, that's weird. They're tiny. I don't like that. Very tiny. And I can't really make them out. Are they, like, supposed to be actual human children?
Fine human. Fine children.
Hmm. Like, I don't like it. They're just weird little chibi monsters. Oh, I see. So they're like sort of generic RPG class, chibi little children things.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess their appearance is somewhat based on their star mom. Is that basically the gist of it?
Yeah.
That's creepy. You really could have themed this some other way and it would have been fine. Like, this was not the only way to do this system. Like, maybe don't lean so much into the actually physically having children metaphor. Like, you know, what if they're just spirits that personify the nature of your bond with somebody? There. I did it, I made it not creepy. Friendship spirits. There.
Here we got, we're going to the dorms.
Do you at least have, like, stats like your wisdom and your athletics and your charm and shit to level up in this?
Yeah, you know, I think I do, actually. You do.
Oh, that's fun. I always like that part. Anything that lets me level up stats by doing adventure game things is something I'm a fan of. Really, any kind of resource management. Where you have to manage your time to get your stats up. And that means you can't get the other stat up in time for the thing. You know, like in Persona.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's first day of his new academic life here. You should try Osiris,
my
maybe.
academic life where I have sex with everyone.
Yeah.
And have children and use them to fight monsters. Yep, school is hard. School route. That's not a great translation. I assume they mean also the fact that you're called God's gift. Like, okay, no, you have to judge a work based on what it's trying to do. And it's trying to appeal to lonely perverts who like RPGs. So really, I think we need to judge it based on that.
Yeah.
Wait, no, there was a third part to that. Then you have to ask if the thing that it's doing is something that should be done. Okay, no, we've answered that. The answer is no. But we're here. So you should really just judge it as a horrible anime impregnate all the schoolgirls game.
Yeah. With
Where
passing resemblances to Persona.
And you rank up. Because if Persona needed one thing, it was a letter-graded ranking system. Wait, did it? No, didn't have letter grades, did it?
No.
Are there any SMT games with letter grades? Just an interesting question. I can't think of any offhand, but I'm sure one of them must have dabbled in it.
Yeah, probably.
Wouldn't be any of the SNES ones, because RPGs didn't start doing that crap until later.
I think we might have to wait for the Platinum developed SMT game.
That'd probably be okay.
I would buy that second.
Yeah, no, I think probably. And I mean, even if it's horribly offensive, and it wouldn't be this. It wouldn't be this weird and tone deaf.
No.
It would be. It would be.
I know.
So how does the combat actually play? Like when you get a little farther in the game, is it good, bad? The interesting choices with your weird star children.
It gets. I mean, it's kind of interesting. It doesn't get much more complex. I mean, there's different. Different star children have different kind of elemental attacks and resistances. The basic interface is what you've seen so far, where it's like a ring around the people or the enemy, and you always basically just attack them from behind.
And so you and your weird babies are on the battlefield at the same time?
Yep.
Okay, well that's a little different than Persona. And then there's the circle. Persona doesn't have a circle. Honestly, Persona might have used a circle. That would have been okay. Maybe they'll have a circle in Persona 6.
That'll be the one innovation.
Yeah. Because I feel like Persona could just use slightly more complicated combat.
It could use a few things.
Yeah, just on a gameplay level. Persona 5 did so much right. Gameplay-wise. In terms of streamlining things. Gameplay-wise. But it did get a little samey. Yeah, I feel like they... I mean, we talked about this extensively. About this for hours and hours.
But, yeah, I feel like they streamlined a lot, but they also kind of fell into... there's certain mechanics that have definitely kind of fallen into a rut. They really need to kind of shake things up.
Yeah, I feel like the base Persona 3 all-out attack system has run its course.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine, but we don't need a fourth game with it. Really, wouldn't mind seeing them revisiting the one that is similar from Nocturne. I liked that one quite a bit. Had a little more going on.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's happened in the game? Have we met more wives?
Well, this is their teacher, who is the sister of Klotz.
Okay, well that's good. That's good. Good. It's good characters have relationships.
Yeah. She's a year older than him. She's a librarian and the teacher, and she, of course, looks like she's like 2 years younger than them.
Right. Well, it's because she's a girl, and girls look younger than boys. Also, they're actually 4,000 years old when they look 6. So it's fine. Does this game have one of those? Little girl who's actually 4,000 years old?
I'm sure it does.
Because, I mean, I don't know what that would say one way or the other, really. I'm not going to give the game points for not having that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of the top of my head. What is that? Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Let's see, what else?
There was one PS2 game I played that had that.
Oh, Fire Emblem and Tokyo Mirage Sessions has 2 keys.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I have not played that. But yeah, there's definitely a couple of those in the mainline Fire Emblem series. But for some of those, it was okay because not every game in that series has you have kids. Sometimes it's just, she's 4,000 years old, and we're actually not going to really sexualize her. You can do that if you want to.
Yeah, totally.
I'm okay. I'm okay with that. That's fine.
I think one of the best like legitimate jokes in a Fire Emblem or SMT derived game is in Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Tiki is like a virtual virtual reality being, and on her stats page, it has like different basic like stats for all the characters, and for her weight it listed as 3 gigabytes.
Oh, that's cute. Always good to know how much your anime characters weigh. You might have to put them all on a boat, and you gotta keep the boat from sinking. I don't know where I was going with that. Not all the jokes you make can be made. Ether.
So in this game, like in Persona, the classroom sections, are some exposition, but there's like some interactivity. And here, the classroom sessions are just all exposition.
Yeah, they're not even like world building, really. It just seems like they're explaining the mechanics for how the world in this game works. I don't understand this world. Why are the children fighting monsters? And why do they have star brands? Like, you're teaching me about the hierarchy of this bizarre fighting school, but I'm sure the Valkyria Chronicles, one of these, at least explains why there is a fighting school.
Yeah. Which we should probably maybe switch over to that.
Great idea. Yeah, I don't like how this makes me feel.
All right.
Oh, there are the big boobs. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's switch on over. This might take a second.
Okay, we're switching games. And this one is, you know what? It's better than this. All I know about it is that it was a disappointing sequel to Valkyria Chronicles, a game I didn't like that much. But it's better than this.
Let's.
I am going to grab a cup of coffee really quick.
Sounds good.
Entertain the masses with your witty monologue.
I will do that. So yeah, the other one is going to the other game I think we're going to look at is Valkyria Chronicles 2, which was the unloved sequel to original Valkyria Chronicles, which has a lot of the same mechanics, but also has students in a school and in his academy, and is your just kind of traditional, like, students in an academy, like learning stuff, falling for each other, and occasionally they get into like fake World War II battles.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. I was just kind of giving the quick introduction to Valkyria 2.
Yeah, I played about maybe the first quarter of the original Valkyria Chronicles. And it was fine. It was a fine kind of pastoral fake World War II. I did not like the combat system, though, which is why I stopped. I only came to it with the PC re-release a few years back, though. So I'm sure if I had played it when it came out, I would have been super into it. It did do that thing I like in games, where it's a tactics game, but the characters have personalities. Big fan of that.
Are you going to get sound on this one?
In days long past, the Darksons, bringers of the great calamity, invaded Europa, pushing her to the brink of ruin. But the godly Valkyria heard the prayers of the people. Brandishing spears wreathed in blue flame, they struck down the Darkson invaders, ushering Europa into a era.
Yeah, you can turn off that music if you want. It's out of sync with the audio, and it's really not doing anything.
No.
And there's a giant black square, and it's quite
All right.
You see, here we get to see a different kind of military school uniform.
Yeah, because I don't know if Reiko Kodama did the design specifically for this game, but she did for the first Valkyria Chronicles.
The first one had very good designs.
Yeah, I mean, Reiko Kodama is amazing. She's awesome.
What else has she done? I'm not sure.
She did Phantasy Star 1 through 4.
Okay, I've actually only played Phantasy Star 1.
Yeah. So she was basically, her and one other person were like basically the leads on that game, and she did all the designs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then for the following Phantasy Stars, and then she kind of got shuttled around within Sega, working on lamer and lamer projects as years went on. But she's really, really talented character designer. So it was cool that they brought her back or gave her something with Valkyria Chronicles that she could actually like show some of her like artistic muscle again.
Yeah, no, the designs and that's the only thing that really stands out in my memory about it. It really does have a great visual style. Oh, yeah, just reading your Wikipedia page. This is a good Wikipedia page. I recommend Reiko Kodama's Wikipedia page, everyone. It seems like a really well-sourced and detailed biography. Of course, by the time you hear this, it would probably have been edited. Yeah, man, she worked on everything back in the early Sega days.
Yeah. What we got here is pretty much the similar basic setup to the first Valkyria Chronicles.
It's amazing how much mood this is already setting compared to the horrible Star Baby game.
Yeah.
Like, just through, the visual style, we're inferring a lot of the feel of this world. While the visual style of the last game told us that it was an anime with monsters. This looks nice. I mean, I was never super into the whole fake alternative fantasy World War II thing that Valkyria Chronicles has going on. I appreciate that it's a different thing. It never really spoke to me personally, though.
Yeah, I think it's a little weird, and maybe even like borderline offensive.
Yeah.
It's like a World War II without the Holocaust.
It had like a little mini not so bad Holocaust. I think there was some weird fantasy Jews that everyone was racist against. But it was still a little offensive. Could have been way, way, way more offensive. But, I think they did a good job by making it only a little offensive.
Yeah, I would agree. So dude's brother, he looked up to him. He died in war.
Yeah, just from the way this scene is directed is so much more dynamic than Star Baby game. Like, and they're not working with any different tools. It's just backdrop, character models, cutaway frames. Really implying a lot more motion and drama with that than the standard. Little stuff like that is important and really should be applauded. I feel like I'm swinging back too hard and just being too positive for no reason.
I think it's okay. We dispense plenty of salt conception too.
Yeah, no, it's true. I guess I should be positive here. Probably wouldn't feel as positively about the game if I just sat down to play it. But everything I'm seeing so far seems like a game I would be perfectly fine playing. If I played video games. What system is this on? Or systems?
Oh, this was on the PSP.
You know if it runs on Vita?
I actually don't. It's one of those weird PSP games that doesn't run on the Vita for some reason.
Darn. Well, yeah, that's too bad. I could have played it on my Vita otherwise. Apparently time-wise it takes place around the same time as the first game. So it's really more of a side quest. which is, of course, a term invented by serious literary critics about serious literature. Man, there have been more Valkyria Chronicle games than I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, and the fourth one, or Valkyria Chronicles 4 is coming out this year.
Yeah. Oh. That one actually, I think, is definitely going to be kind of like back to basics, and it's I think Reiko Kodama is going to be involved in it again, and I'm pretty sure it's coming to Switch, which I'm
it is
excited about.
Yep, Switch, PS4, Xbox One. Oh, and apparently the fourth one is going to be more grounded, and the characters intended to feel more like real people, which sounds great. They say this is to appeal to a global audience, though, and who knows how the core fan base is going to react to that. But the way in which they're talking about making it appeal to a core audience sounds nice. Cool, yeah. So Valkyria Chronicles 4, keep your eye out for it. It looks promising. Yeah, this whole combat system. Was not a fan. Actually, no, that's not even fair. I wasn't not a fan. Just, it was a cool idea, but the way it was executed in the first game just didn't quite work for me.
That's what happens when you don't figure out what keyboard.
Having trouble with your button mapping there?
Yeah. Maybe it'll be okay.
Yeah, I really think I would have preferred this game, or not this game, the first Valkyria Chronicles game, which is the only one I played, so that's the one I'm going to be talking about, unless I'm referencing something specifically in this game. The real-time stuff didn't work for me. If it had just been a straight turn-based deal, I would have, even, I didn't even mind, some of the stuff where you actually had to aim. It was that weird half real-time, half turn-based thingy.
Yeah.
It was funky and weird. And, sometimes just be accidentally running into a wall repeatedly while some guy shot you. Yep. So, weather here in Connecticut, a little unpleasant. Dead air is the enemy. Gotta remember that.
You're right.
Yeah, weather's been a little unpleasant. It snowed a bit the other day, and it was kind of windy. And we keep getting these warnings for these giant winter storms, and I'm just like, okay, buddy, we've had like my phone has buzzed because there's like a warning that there's going to be 2 feet of snow like every week for the last 3 weeks, and then we've gotten like an inch and a half. Like, get your act together, weather people. How hard can it be to predict the movements of incredibly complex weather patterns?
You know, that is a good question. Shit.
And, especially speaking as a person who doesn't go outside unless he has to, this affects me greatly. Like, I had to take out the trash when you said it was going to be snowing a lot, but then it didn't snow that much.
I'm just gonna end the phase.
Will that make it so you don't win the fight? Because we do have to win the fight to progress, I assume. Or does this game branch where if you lose the fight, you go down like the dark timeline? Shoot the guy. I guess this is the first fight, so it should be pretty hard. Like, I guess maybe in the first fight, they just kill. The enemy will just get themselves killed by walking into your guy's lines of sight. Right, the whole CP system. This was cool, but I also didn't like it that much. I'm just going to keep saying that about this game's combat. Maybe this game's... Let me look up what's different about the combat system in this game. That'll be an interesting thing to look into.
Yeah, not bad.
I can't imagine us controlling that well on the PSP.
No.
Nope, that doesn't tell me anything about the game mechanics. Nope, can't find anything about the game mechanics. Oh well. So, what are those weird lines that keep appearing and disappearing?
They are, in theory, where your character is supposed to go. It's like your target.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. And so you select that from the map screen.
Yeah.
I feel like you didn't do that in the first one.
I think you might have.
I remember moving my characters around with the joystick. Good thing you're much stronger than him. But maybe you did it like this. Yep. Not very exciting. Talk about it.
There we go.
Yeah. I guess that must have been one of those situations where they couldn't fit change weapon because the size of the box was for the Japanese. Don't run into that problem as much anymore, do you?
I'm just like being bullet sponge right here.
Yeah, you have like 1 million HP. Just like World War II.
Yeah,
so
sure.
This game doesn't have any CQC?
What's that?
You can't just like flip him over and then hide his body in a locker?
Alright.
Alright, you should be able to return fire. Yeah, take that, you. Yeah, woo!
Man, that was not a triumphant.
This game does score you on your mission accomplishment, right? Let's see how we a B. Well, but this is the Japanese system, so a B is really an S. And S plus is an A.
Alright. It's time to join the academy.
Cool. I guess because we ran up and that guy shot us a bunch and we didn't die, we're a good soldier.
No paperwork. No paperwork in war. No paperwork for military academies.
No, I mean in the war, I mean, maybe there's not paperwork. I don't know how Fantasy World War II works. Not really a fan of that armband on this design.
Yeah.
It's a little, Talia is France, right?
Yeah, more or less, I think.
I mean, it would have to be. It would be weird if it wasn't.
But I think of the game's lore, it's supposed to be more like Sweden, or I don't know. Where it's like not taking a side, but everybody wants to take it over anyway.
Okay, well, based on that map, it looks kind of like we're France, if that were Europe.
Yeah.
Now, the Imperial Alliance. Now, are they the Allies or the Axis? Right, okay, the Darson. Those are the Space Jews. I remember that. Okay, so the rebels are the Nazis and the Alliance is the Allies. That would make sense, the Alliance being the Allies.
Mm-hmm.
And the red flag is the bad guys, and the blue flag is the good guys?
Good question.
This game dares to ask the question, what if there was a Japanese high school in the middle of World War II? The European front of World War II. I imagine there were many Japanese high schools on the Pacific. Because there would have been Japanese teenagers.
Alright. Here we are. Now we're in the school part of the game.
Oh, there's a windmill. That's nice. I liked this game. I liked the first game's windmills.
Yeah, oh yeah. I was a big fan of the windmills too.
Great windmills. More windmills in games, I say. I always liked them. Yeah, that uniform is weird, but I don't hate it. The way I would usually hate something with like those golden ropes and crap on it.
Oh yeah, here we go. There's some really great nuggets of wisdom. Your greatest adversary lies within. Wage war with the weakness in yourself.
That's some Sun Tzu shit right there. It makes me pine for the days when I ran that Sun Tzu parody Twitter account for like a month.
Dang, that's so true, bro. You always have the best quotes. That doesn't sound particularly period appropriate, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they said dang a lot in World War
Or bro.
Maybe, I don't know, it depends. They might have said, when did bro, like, as a reference to one's actual brother? I feel like that probably dates back a while.
That's true.
Because it's really obvious, right?
Right.
Now, that skirt is too short for World War II.
Yeah. Now we've got the... now we've got the sexy... classmate.
Oh, I really do like how the girl uniforms and the boy uniforms are very much almost the same except for pants and skirts. That's cool. It's a nice touch. You don't usually see that.
Yeah.
Because they have the same jackets. Which would make sense if this is a military academy, and the military academy accepts both men and women. Oh, right, that was a thing I also liked about this. It's very gender egalitarian.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. That was a cool thing. It was like World War II, but everyone was fighting. And the Jews are magic.
You know, the other thing that I've come to learn is that wire rim a character with wire rim glasses in a JRPG means he's a douchebag.
Yeah, no, he's like the senpai who doesn't like you.
Yeah.
You need to behave and follow rules, he said. Because I'm in charge here. Being 2 years older than you, I'm essentially an old man. I don't care for your carefree attitude. This is war, hardly a place for that. It seems like a military academy during a war is one of those situations where that guy's probably right. Okay, so we got some cute anime banter here. Now that is a very different looking character.
Once again, no quiz questions.
Good. I mean, I feel like that's the norm in games where there are tests. I was playing a game set in a school where you friends with people and stuff earlier this year. What was it? It was one of that series about the alchemists, but it was at a school.
Oh, yeah, I can't think of the name of that. Oh, this guy's a hard ass.
But I did, yeah. All the tests in that were all the tests in that were actually going out and doing RPG quests and crafting. And, that game was good. I should finish it. I liked it. And it had, just enough getting to know other characters and stuff. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was like $2 on the PSN store a while ago. Well worth it. Let me figure out what the heck it was. It's like something. Monachemia, right?
Huh. I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, it's a spin-off of the Atelier, whatever.
Oh, I like those games. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I played Monachemia 2. Well, no, 1. Yeah, 1. And the PSP game re-released on. It was PS2 and PSP re-released on Vita. You're at an alchemy high school. Nice low-stakes plot. You collect items and craft stuff, and it had a pretty good combat system that was nicely medium challenging. Recommended it if you want an RPG at a school that doesn't get all weird.
That's good to know.
Like, it's not well written, but it's not creepy. It's just some kids at a school.
Yeah, this guy's a real hard ass.
I don't know about that eye patch. I feel like you probably should have just gone with the black eye patch. You could almost make that design work if his face was shaped or something.
It's also confusing because his name is apparently Rodriguez.
He has the little pencil mustache thing.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Needs a rapier, obviously. Black eye patch would really. Yeah, but then you probably if you changed, you went black eye patch, black trim on the uniform. That could have worked, but I guess they probably already designed the uniform when they came up with him. But then why give him an eye patch? Well, I guess you give him an eye patch because he's a military guy. They gotta have eye patches.
Okay. Now it's time for Paul doesn't know what the buttons on his keyboard do again. So.
What'd you say? Sorry.
I said now it's time for Paul doesn't know what the buttons on his keyboard do again. So.
All right. Let's see if we can. Is there a place where you can check what they do?
Yeah, but it's confusing because they're like letter bound to the PlayStation like shapes. So it's like.
X is probably confirm and O is probably cancel.
Yeah.
Unless this is using Japanese controls, then it's the other way around. Because I think in Japan, O usually means confirm, X means cancel. Which would make more sense. But here we are. I'd probably get behind cover.
That is what I'm doing.
And then you throw a grenade at him.
Oh.
You probably have to figure out what button does that. Just like World War II.
Yeah.
Probably too far to hit him with a grenade. Yep. Don't worry, I'm sure you scared him. Like, man, that guy must be good at fighting. He's just throwing grenades at nothing.
Oh, you know what?
Just walk up to him and shoot him.
Apparently I'm out of ammo.
You're out of grenade ammo. You only have one of those per turn. But you should be able to switch to your gun. You can only deploy 2. Or 3. Is there a run button? Because this would feel a lot more exciting if there was a run button.
That's pretty slow, isn't it?
I mean, you're clearly walking. And I feel, honestly, I'm not sure why they even let you walk in the middle of a battle where people are shooting at you. Seems like just defaulting to run would be the choice. 6.
Uh-oh.
She's gonna die. But don't worry, I read in the FAQ that I saw that characters don't permanently die in this game.
Ah, that's good.
Unlike Real War. Or Fire Emblem. The most realistic game. But they do get hospitalized and you can't use them for 3 battles. If you don't do something, or I don't know. I'm not. I'm sure the game explains it somewhere.
Alright, bro. I guess that's a camp, or...
Oh, right, capturing camps. I liked this mechanic. You go up to their flag and capture it. Much like the game, capture the flag.
Alright.
get him.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that.
What'd you do?
I shot.
Take that. Let me just check if there is a win in this game. Because that's very silly. Yep. Let's see. Apparently people have problems running in the original game's PC port. Let's check. You should aim for weak points.
Okay.
You can also do interceptions. Okay, no, that's just like when a guy walks into your range and you shoot him automatically. Oh, there's a multiplayer mode. And apparently... No, it's not interesting. Run button. Okay, your AP... I don't understand. Apparently there are no retakes when you're moving. So remember that there are no retakes. Okay, I think I know why. My guess would be that you're moving using the D-pad, but running is with the analog stick, and you probably don't have that mapped to a thing.
No.
That would be why you're walking. I guess.
Well, I'm not quite sure what to do yet, and looks like our stream's almost over, so...
Okay, yeah, we can drop here and I can switch over to the doodle and play the thing up.
We can, wind things down. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody who did. Alex and I and Alyssa James host a regular podcast about Shin Megami Tensei and the Persona games called Megaten Marathon. And right now we've got one final episode about Double Summoner Soul Hackers that's coming out soon. And so you can find it at megatenmarathon.com. And then also, please, keep on watching the stream and donate whatever you can. Any amount helps. That would be really, really appreciated and help out. Some people who have to deal with a lot of trauma and crisis that some of us are fortunate enough to not have to deal with in our lives. So, yeah. And all that information for donation should be on the stream page. I don't have it in front of me, so because I don't have a stream active. But yeah, anything you want to add, Alex?
No. Yeah, we do podcasts about Megami Tensei, which are games like this, but with what demons in them.
Yes. And a little more elegant.
Yeah, a little. Well, depends.
Yeah, that's true.
Remember, Soul Hackers does feature the pinnacle of elements, the gun computer.
It's true. It's true.
It's a computer, but get this, everybody. It's shaped like a gun. But yeah. So after Paul checks out, I'm going to be switching over and playing Aviary Attorney, aka Bird Lawyer. So yeah, I'll probably run to the bathroom before that. But yeah, I will be back in just a moment.
Cool. Do I need to stick on, or?
No, you can go off. I have a intro screen.
Okay, awesome.
All
right, well, this was fun, Alex.
Pleasure.
All right. And good luck. It sounds like you've got a lot of streaming ahead of you.
Just a few hours here and there. It'll be fun.
All right. Well, take care, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.